It's all been a shock of emotions for the families of Lorna Blacksmith and Carolyn Sinclair, as well the family of Tanya Nepanak, whose disappearance was tied to Lamb, but those charges were later stayed. They were not notified that the man who took their lives was being released from prison and only found out when APTN reached out.
As of November 7 at 11:30.
Sue Caribou is the aunt of 25-year-old Carolyn Sinclair and 31-year-old Tanya Nepanak.
I don't know why the justice system would keep releasing somebody that's so dangerous to the community. My family deserves to be contacted. Now I don't know where he lives. Now I don't know, I just have mixed emotions.
She's referring to Lamb's checkered past, which the parole board reviewed, including sexual and physical assaults and robbery. There are conditions in Lamb's release, including that he reside at a designated community-based residential facility or psychiatric facility approved by the Correctional Service of Canada for 6 months. He must also not consume drugs or alcohol for the duration of his release and immediately report all sexual and non-sexual relationships and friendships. Lamb must also not associate or communicate with any person he knows or has reason to believe is involved in criminal activity. Parts of Lamb's release plan have been blacked out. While we don't know where he is moving, it says he plans to reside in transition housing, receive assistance, and that he has an offer of accommodation with a contact he has maintained for a number of years. Grand Chief Kyra Wilson of the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs is disappointed the families, the First Nations they come from, nor any leadership were given this news before it happened.
And this information should be forthcoming to not only the families, but to everyone to be able to take proper precautions and safety measures.
According to the Parole Board of Canada, Lamb is a Status First Nations man from the Aamjiwnaang First Nation in Ontario. He was apprehended by Children's Aid as part of the 60s Scoop and adopted into a Caucasian foster family. Lamb described his foster parents as sadistic alcoholics and say he was subjected to psychological, physical, and sexual abuse. Because he is Indigenous, Lamb was not subjected to what's called a statistical information on recidivism scale, which estimates the probability of reoffending within a specific time frame. Wilson says the justice system failed these families and instead sided with the offender.
They need to have some sort of consequence to that. And in this case, 3 women were targeted. And to me, it's not about race. It's about making sure that we're keeping communities safe.
Something Carolyn and Tanya's aunt agrees with, going even further, saying for far too long, Lamb has used mental illness as an excuse.
All of us have that. We all need help, and we all need to talk to an elder or someone once in a while, but we don't go and kill somebody because of our mental illness. We get help.
In June 2012, Lamb was charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder for 25-year-old Carolyn Sinclair, 18-year-old Lorna Blacksmith, and 31-year-old Tanya Nepanak. Blacksmith and Sinclair's remains were found in garbage bins near his apartment. In court, it was revealed he had cut them into pieces. Charges on Nepanak were stayed as there was not enough evidence. It's believed her remains ended up in the Brady landfill. A search there is expected to begin in December for Nepanak, as well as another woman, Ashley Shingus from St. Teresa Point. She was killed by a serial killer in 2022. Her aunt Sue is looking to that search now, hoping and praying Tanya's remains can be found and that Lamb can be charged and that her family will get justice. T.R. Wheatley, APTN National News, Winnipeg.